What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Civilization 6 as America. In the previous part, we got the great writer Ovid, and he gave us a nice piece of writing, which was metamorphoses. I don't know how that's pronounced. But he actually can give us another piece of writing. Thing is, we do not have space for it, which is why we are now making an amphitheater. Let's see, are we... I think actually I'm gonna do that. That makes a lot more sense. I think I switched that around in the previous part, but this is clearly better. We're also getting an aqueduct in Charleston, which will sort of fix the housing situation there, and it's gonna allow the city to reach 10 population, which I believe will give us a boost for a civic. Here we go, civil service. So that's gonna happen pretty soon, I'm hoping. In about 4 turns, we'll see the aqueduct on this tile. I've only built one so far, but I think it looks great. Alright, we're also making some ancient walls in New York. And let's see. Okay, so we were dealing with the Spanish settler, I remember that part. We bought the iron so that he would not settle here, because he was clearly planning on doing that. And that was my trade route that we just saw being plundered. Alright. I'm gonna need somebody to get rid of that scout, because apparently he will, given the chance, he will destroy your stuff. I was hoping he wouldn't actually do it, because it's just a scout, but no, they will absolutely do it. So that is one trait route out the window right there. And the worst part is, I don't know which one it was. Alright, so it's clearly not the one to Athens. It's not, it was probably from Washington to New York, maybe. Something like that. Considering the location where this guy actually was. Alright, let's see. Alright, we could get some more iron. For some reason the game really wants me to make a mine over there, but I'd much rather get a mine on the iron, so we can use it in our future projects. That's gonna be a lot better. And then, alright, so we finished the walls here, so now the city actually is, it has a garrison now, meaning that it can now do a ranged attack, and that if someone were to attack this city, they have to destroy the wall before they can actually take your city. So basically, if you see a city without a wall, it's going to be really easy for your enemies to take that out. So San Francisco, for example, right now, would be incredibly easy to destroy because it has no means of defending itself. That's one thing that is completely different from Civilization 5 is that let's see. Well, for example, of course, I'm just gonna go with San Francisco again. You could just move all your units right next to it, and you wouldn't have to fear any retaliation because it's not even possible. Right? So that's something that I didn't even think through previously, but that is... Alright. That's the real problem. So you do want to make sure that you get walls, especially when you're afraid of barbarians or any type of enemy. When you're at war, make walls just about everywhere. That would be my #1 piece of advice. But let's get the amphitheater. It's gonna look so nice up in here. We're actually making it already. Come on, show me. And, okay, they moved me away. Where's that scout? I know he's out here. Where'd he go? He must be over here. Alright, so my military leaders carefully follow the progress on my aqueduct. They see new ways to use these engineering skills.
People can have the Model T in any color, so long as it's black.
Alright, so because of that we get a boost to... What was it? Military engineering, which gives access to the armory, which goes into your encampment. We don't actually have one of those. So that's not super helpful. It does, however, give access to the gunpowder technology, which will give you musket man already, and those are extremely powerful. Let's see, we could make the Great Library. We could do that, but all we really get is some room for piece of writing, which is good. It is good. Receive boost to all ancient and classical era technologies. I mean, that's all old technology, so making this later up in the game clearly isn't really worth it. So I'm gonna go with the university instead for Washington. Boost our science a whole bunch. Charleston just made the aqueduct. Look at that. I mean, that's just beautiful. I love that. You also get your watermill at the end of it. I just think it looks really nice. That's just great. It actually makes it look like a nice little city. And I love it. So, with that out of the way, we could make... They're suggesting a holy site again, but we're not really trying to do anything there. We can make a campus somewhere. I do think that we would benefit more from something like an industrial zone or a campus than a holy site. So I'm going to make an industrial zone. I will follow the game's advice and I will make that... It gets boosts from quarries and mines and stuff like that. So we could make it here or there or even here. I think I might want to make it closer to other districts because that way you can sort of stack things together. So I'm going to get rid of the forest here. And then as soon as this is done, we're going to get some really good production in Charleston, which is nice. We got somebody else's religion up in here. Alright, this is Japan, obviously. May purchase campus and theater square district buildings with faith. And we can construct pagodas. But apparently not yet. I don't know. I don't see an option to make a pagoda. And I am pretty damn sure we haven't made one before. So, I don't know. Also, we have a good amount of amenities now, but housing, even in Charleston, is quite a problem. We would grow much quicker if we had a way of getting more housing. Let's see, how much would it be to make a builder? $295. I do believe they get more and more expensive to buy as well once you get further into the game. Now let's make a builder, and we'll just make a few improvements here and there. And Leventa wants me to make a Great General, a frigate for Lisbon, and Hattusa wants me to get a Eureka for square rigging. Kill a unit with a musket man. That could be doable. We just gotta make sure that we actually have some niter nearby, which I don't know if we will. I'm also not sure if that's how it's actually pronounced, but okay. That's kind of what it says though, isn't it? Alright, so watermill soon. Alright, so as soon as the university in Washington is down, I am gonna make a settler. Or is done, not down. And this guy actually can make me another piece of writing now. We should probably make sure we actually do that because the bonuses are good. I don't know why he would do that. He just denounced me. He's also denounced Rome. And Spain made a new city. I'm guessing it could be there. Zaragoza. Maybe it's like down there. It could really be anywhere. We have no idea. Also, the Barbarian Scout just disappeared on me. I have absolutely no idea what he's doing or where he went. That's a little freaky. Alright. Crossbowmen. So I think that if we get, yeah, 2 crossbowmen, we get another boost to metal casting. Which I don't care about that much, but, you know, if we just upgrade our archers, we will get it, basically. So I will upgrade this guy. And then this guy, as soon as he gets back to San Francisco, I'll upgrade him as well. Completed a quest for Zanzibar. Well, what was it? I have no idea what I just did. But apparently they're happy. I mean, if they're happy, I'm happy. I just don't know what it was. So now that we are still their suzerain, that's nice. Do we just make something, maybe? I have no idea what it could be, actually. I guess it's the upgrade to the crossbowman then. Yeah, that must be it. Alright, so yeah, that's pretty easy to do then. Norway... Oh, here's Zaragoza. I totally didn't see this. Alright, so they did exactly what I expected them to do, which is settle close to that iron down there. I mean, good for them. As long as they stay away from me from now on, I'm fine. Alright, this guy's good. You almost get a double strength when you're a crossbowman as opposed to being an archer. So yes, crossbowmen are very, very strong, especially when they get more upgrades. It's a pretty big upgrade from the normal archer. Alright, where is my pagoda, man? I have so much faith. I actually want to use it for this. So we are going to get the next scientist soon. That's going to be alright. Looks like the rider is probably not going to happen. We're a bit late with some of these. We do have the most great rider points, though. Why? Oh, God. We're going to get an admiral. I don't even want an admiral. But he can form an armada out of a military naval unit. That sounds good. But again, it's not something I actually need. Mostly because if I make an armada out here, it's just going to be stuck in this inland ocean. There's going to be no point to it. Unless we decide to attack Zaragoza or Olympia, and that's about it. So, that would be extremely useless. Alright, chill. And we'll just upgrade him once we have the money. We are getting a good amount of cash. And we will get more, of course, with the second trader. It's not going to be as much in Civilization 5, but I do find it's a bit easier to manage certain shortcomings, like if you're not getting enough money or science. There's like a good amount of ways to amend it, which I really like.
Science intervenes in warfare, the more will be the need for engineers in the field armies. In the late war, there were never enough sappers at any time.
I have absolutely no idea what a sapper is. But aside from that, that's a cool quote, man. That's good. Alright, let's grab another mine. Because apparently San Francisco... Oh, we have copper here. We're gonna grab the copper, that's for sure. Alright, so... let's see, one more turn. We'll get a boost to that. Build an armory. See, that's not gonna happen. Let's just reveal the niter on the map. And then... that's gonna make it a little bit easier also for us to figure out where to settle. And possibly we can just get some already if we're lucky. Greece announced Norway. Dude, Norway's just picking fights with everybody. I don't know what they're doing. Still have a really strong military, though. Build a harbor in Corinth. I don't even know where that is. Oh, there it is. Okay. I didn't even know he was down there. Alright, so we got a trading post in New York. And... yes, they need housing, I know that. In Hattusa. Alright, that's pretty good, actually. So we can trade now. See, trading with Madrid would get me a whole lot of money. And it would make him like me a bit better, so I think I'll just do that. Because that's some really promising stuff. Alright, so Charleston just made me a builder. So I'm actually gonna make a... I think I'm just gonna make a lumber mill. And then we're gonna focus on finishing the industrial zone. I know they don't have the best production, so if we could try and do a bit better there, that would be really cool. Yeah, we're gonna need like a mine or a... alright. Or a lumber mill. Either way. Just make sure we get more production out there. Alright, so get the copper. I don't know what we actually get out of copper because it's a bonus resource and not a luxury one. So I'm guessing maybe it just gives you a little bit of extra production compared to what you would normally get. I honestly have no idea. Norway has denounced Spain now, and they switched to monarchy. Wait, what are we? We are a class core republic, so he's got... unlock what? What does that mean? I don't know what that will actually do. $85 gold. It's not expensive, but... we are actually clear to switch our government as well. Alright, let's go here. Apparently we have another builder. Alright, on the copper. Go there. I want to see what we get out of this. And then, alright, so Lisbon doesn't have a suzerain. Immune to being plundered on water tiles. I mean, that's not that good, but we would get a bit of crabs and fish, which is alright. Production in every industrial zone. think I just want to be suzerain in Lisbon. Just try to be suzerain as many as you can. Even though the special bonus isn't that good, it is, you know, we can actually see their lands now. Washington needs more housing, I know. I know, I'm gonna get to work on that as well. Alright, so let's get this trading dude. I totally forgot that we had a knight here as well. No? That's not a very good deal. I hope you know that. Alright, I'll take it. It's a terrible deal, but, you know, I'm not gonna do anything else with it. And it might make him like me a little bit better. Hey, look at that. Alright, so where it has the face, it'll show what they think of you, but when there's nothing...
Very honest people who do not think that they have had a bargain unless they have cheated a merchant.
When they don't really feel anything, you can still hover over nothing and it'll say neutral. That's pretty cool. +1 gold from envoys at your... Wait, from each of your envoys at city-states. That's a lot of cash that you would get. And the great scientist, we got that in the bag. Nobody's gonna steal that, right? So I don't really care about that policy anymore. We can switch that out. That's totally fine. Newly trained builders gain 2 extra build actions. I totally forgot this one was still active, but that's good for me. Let's grab... Theater Square District adjacency bonuses. I think I'm gonna go with just a settler boost for now. This one isn't even that good, honestly. Because it gives me a bit of extra science, but I'll just leave it in for now because there's nothing I find more promising at the moment. Ah, we could actually trade over water now with, say, Lisbon. Oh, that's a lot of money. Let's see what happens if we trade over water. I've never done that before. I'm guessing it doesn't make a road. That wouldn't make sense. Alright. Grow a city to 10 population. That's going to happen in 3 turns. So we can actually grab this now. We could make a shipyard. Shipyard, not shipyard. We would get more production. Thing is, it would take forever to actually make this. An industrial zone would be an option. The bonuses here are actually pretty good because it would be in between these 2 mines. I honestly think that New York would benefit from this because they're just too big. Yeah, I'm actually gonna make a settler here. Then in San Francisco, how are they doing? They could benefit from more housing, so let's just go ahead and do that. This city's gonna grow pretty quickly, clearly. Do that. Alright. Yeah, 2 production. See, that's pretty valuable stuff right there. That's pretty awesome. Look at that. Alright, so San Francisco so far is really, really promising. A lot of amenities. Alright, so we're about to get our university. This will take a while. We gotta maybe switch... Oh, we've got nothing to switch around, really. So we just gotta make another mine up here, and then maybe another lumber mill there. I mean, we can always destroy those later in favor of certain districts that we would like, but for now... we gotta fix some of this. Greece has built ancient walls. Okay, good for you, I guess. They were a bit late to the party there. But, sure. Alright, so the university is going to add about 4 science and more great scientist points, which we don't even need. But, you know, I'll take it. Let's make sure it's safe out here. And let's see. I don't think any civs really have a lot of sand near their, or desert specifically, near their capital. So we might be able to make Petra, actually. Alright, so our knowledge of astronomy has been boosted because of... your scientists are hiking into the mountains. Oh, right, because we built that university. That makes sense. All right, so we can also make the Potala Palace, which is a new wonder. Gives us 1 diplomatic policy slot and a bunch of culture and faith. But just that slot alone is extremely valuable. So I might want to try and see if we could make it. There you are. Finally, I found you. You plundered my trader. Yeah, we need a bigger population to build more districts. Petra is still available. Alright, I'm gonna make a... let's see. That's gonna take too long. I don't have patience for this. Colossus. Why the holy site, though? I just don't get it. Because we're not going to buy any prophets or missionaries or anything like that, so... what is the point? Oh, wait, okay. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go with the industrial thing here. It'll take quite a while, but there's nothing better for this guy to do right now, or this city. So we're going to build that district right over there. Then we're going to have Washington make a settler. Alright, make a mine. Alright, you cannot actually do anything right now. But I do want to try and get a builder as well and get him out there so that we could maybe get Petra. That's a really good deal, actually. Alright. I mean, I'll take it. If you're going to offer me another luxury and more cash, just on top of it, yeah, I'll take it. Alright, so Philip and Congo are starting to be buddies, apparently. Or at least he's thankful. What is it? Oh, because he's approaching the city? Alright, so we got 10 population. We get the boost. Alright, so you shoot him. I don't even know what this guy's doing. But he's gonna get stuck there soon enough. San Francisco already is gonna get in trouble with housing. But we have some on the way. Alright, this guy has 3 builds left. Actually, let's move him towards where we're gonna make a new city. And then he can just sort of upgrade some tiles around there immediately. Provide some housing, hopefully a bit of production. Because, again, Petra is really, really good. Congo denounced Norway. Norway denounced Germany. Wait, we haven't even met Germany yet. What do you... okay. Another spoiler.
It's all papers and forms. The entire civil service is like a fortress, made of papers, forms, and red tape.
Alright, so we could get now more culture for every district, which isn't even that much, honestly. And we could get amenity for cities with a garrison unit. That's actually pretty good. Totally forgot to check this, but we're now making over 80 gold per turn. But, you know, this is pretty alright, but it's not worth it to get rid of one of these. So I'm just gonna leave it as is. Also, I really want to switch to a new government soon because we are actually about to get the full legacy bonus. So in 4 more turns we get 1 more %. We are almost at the limit, so we gotta... oh, here we go. Monarchy. Mont Saint-Michel. All policies you create gain the martyr ability in addition... okay, that's not even that interesting to me. But a monarchy could be good, though. Just because you got more policies in there. And a new bonus, obviously. Alright, scientist already done. Now this is where things get a little bit... what are you doing here? You get away from me. Just step away. Alright, so we can actually... apparently use him everywhere? Oh my god, he gains 250 signs on the center speed for each adjacent mountain tile. I thought you had to use him in the campus, though. I just moved him inadvertently, so that's my bad. So we could just move him over there and then get 750. Yeah, that's gonna be even better. That actually is really good. Oh, this is the rider. I forgot this guy. We gotta get him out there. I'm just wasting time with him. We could be getting a lot more culture, but I'm just wasting time by not moving him. Alright, let's do that straight away. Yes, alright, write me a nice book.
Chance is all powerful. Always cast your fishing hook. In the pond where you least expect it, you'll find a fish.
And that's gonna give us another 4 culture and 8 tourism. Or 4 tourism, not 8. That's still really nice though. It's a lot of culture, which we need it because we're actually not as cultured as I would like to see. So that's nice. Now I'm gonna move this guy down there. I'm sure that we could look for a spot where there might be 4 adjacent mountains. This is gonna be really tricky to do that. So I think I'm just gonna move them there and just get that bonus from the 3 mountain tiles. Because that is worth a whole lot of science. Alright, so our settler is now complete. They're actually suggesting I go there. Which I will, because that was my initial idea anyway. Just gotta bring the builder. There you go. So what happens if I use it now? Because it's obviously just gonna finish gunpowder. Right, so... should I maybe wait 1 turn, or how does that work? Alright, I'm gonna wait 1 turn, see what happens. Alright. Let's make sure it's safe for my settler. And then in Washington, we're done with that now. We could actually make an aqueduct, which apparently does not cost you a district. It does give us a bit of extra housing, and it only takes... wait, how long did it take? 10 turns? Yeah, 10 turns to make. That's not that bad. It's not great, but, you know, extra housing is always nice, and you're gonna need it anyway. Yeah, it's gonna look great on Washington. Alright, so let's grab our granary in San Francisco. This civic actually needed us to make 2 temples, but we don't have a single holy site, so that's just not going to happen.
The real use of gunpowder is to make all men tall.
Alright. Oh, there's some right over there. That's some niter. Let's see. Well, this kind of sucks. That's like our only source of that stuff. Build 2 harbors. That's also not going to happen for sure. I would like astronomy though, just because that wonder's really good. And if there's any chance whatsoever of me making that, then I'm going to go for it, obviously. Are you serious? I would have to remove the copper for that bonus. I'm not doing that, clearly. Let's just start with the monument for the culture. There you go, just passing through. Alright, let's give it a go. So, your new knowledge of the heavens is helping your navy navigate. Okay, so apparently...
Astronomy compels the soul to look upwards and leads us from this world to another.
Apparently we needed astronomy. And the weird thing is, we can actually get one of these almost for free now. I mean, it says 6 turns, but that's not accurate, because if I look here, it says 1 turn, 1 turn. The Forbidden City, that's another really good wonder. Alhambra, military policy slot, provides the same defensive bonuses as the fort improvement. Must be built on hills adjacent to an encampment. 2 amenities and 2 great general points. That's actually pretty good as well. And it's on the cheaper side. Extra trait route. Your trait routes from the city get +2 gold for every bonus resource in the city's territory. Which would be 1, 2, 3. which isn't that much actually. That would be better. No, it would be the same over here. Yeah, alright. But still, that is a nice amount of extra money that you could be making through that, though. Must be built adjacent... Okay, adjacent to cattle. We don't actually have cattle. So that wouldn't work. That's not an option for us. I'm going to go for the Alhambra, actually. Or at least the technology that would give us that. Just because those medieval walls are going to be really good as well. Pretty soon. I think when we get monarchy, actually, yeah, you get 2 housing for any city that has medieval walls. You know, clearly that's really powerful. Greece reached the Renaissance era. Oh, we're about to reach industrial, so we're still ahead.
Rocks in my path, I keep them all. With them, I shall build my castle.
So now we can make the Alhambra. Apparently we cannot. Because we don't have an encampment yet. Alright, so we gotta grow a little bit more, and then we gotta get an encampment. Then we can make another district. Fair enough. Build 3 workshops. That's not gonna happen either. Roar Valley. Seems a little bit early to make that, actually. That's weird. Let's see. Have the guild's civic. Build 2 harbors. I mean, we're not gonna get this one. Killing it with a musket man. I think I'll just go for... Oxford University. I mean, we're not going to get most of these boosts. We're just not going to get. I can actually get this one, though. We have a lot of gold, which I didn't even realize until just now. Boom. So that's boosted. Sweet. Alright, we can get this guy to be a musket man. Also pretty damn good. Alright, go with your buddy. So we're probably just gonna settle, I'm guessing, near the fresh water. But if we could get the niter as well, that would be great. We already have 1 because of our friendship with Hattusa. They give us 1 of each strategic resource that we have revealed but do not own. So we get 1 niter, which I guess we're now using for this musket man. Okay, they built a lighthouse. Again, that's not really that relevant information. Why do you keep telling me this? It's kind of weird how those people select things to tell you. I guess it's just because I have a pretty good relationship with Greece that the guy keeps telling me everything. Alright, you're good. Ooh, this musket man is real dangerous now. I would not want to mess with him. You're actually ready for an upgrade yourself. So we're gonna go do that now. Alright. Oh, the industrial zone is about to be finished. That's gonna be real good. Also, Charleston has reached 10 population. So clearly housing is gonna be an issue now. In fact, it's slowing down by 75% because of it. Alright, let's go up there. And then all that remains is to hopefully be able to make Petra. That's all that I've ever wanted. But again, I don't think too many other people have access to deserts, so they're probably not going to care about Petra. That's pretty bad. That's a pretty bad deal. I'm gonna say no. Come on, 25 gold? That is ridiculous. Alright, so he doesn't like me, clearly. Okay, so Greece is starting to make the Forbidden City. We know that much. Let's see, if I settle here, 1, 2, 3. I will be able to work the niter, which gives me extra production and food. But if I go up here... I do like these mountains, by the way, that's real nice. 2, 3. I think I'm just gonna settle here. Boston, there we go. Beautiful. Alright, so let's get to work, fellas. Make me Petra. How long is that going to take you? 200 turns. That is completely acceptable. That is totally fine. Yeah, let's get a granary before we do anything else. Alright, so over in Charleston. Yeah, what they need most is housing. I'm going to make medieval walls because soon enough those will actually provide extra housing. And that's clearly what we need. And let's see if we can actually make Petra. This is going to be interesting. Because if anybody else is close to the desert, I absolutely guarantee that they're going to do this. Norway denounced Japan. So Norway's actually denounced just about everybody that exists. We know that much now. Chichen Itza has been made. In Congo.
I conclude then this point touching upon the power of kings with this axiom of divinity. That is, to dispute what God may do is blasphemy. So it is sedition to dispute what a king may do.
Alright, so now we get extra production towards wonders, which I actually like, but not sure. I think Petra is maybe a medieval, even older, let's say classical wonder. So that policy is not going to be very useful to me. Build 2 markets. Chichen Itza is what that gives you. Engineer and artist points. That could be good. Have 8 land units. We have 2... 5. We have 5 units. If we make a few more, we get a boost to this. So I might actually do that. Earn a great artist. Looks like that's not going to happen, so I'm going to actually go ahead and choose that civic then. Alright, San Francisco. Patella Palace. They could make this. But they need other things. Let's go with the walls for now. And now, we can change our government. So our current one... it's gonna be 3 more turns, we get that 1 extra %, but I don't care. We basically have the full legacy bonus for this government, so I'm switching to monarchy. So, we are free to switch. We get to keep the ones that we had, for the most part. We actually lose 1 economic one, which is a bummer. That's just the way these things are. At least we get more, we get extra influence points, I like that, so we're good. Production toward heavy light cavalry. I'm actually going to go with limes, because that gives me extra production of defensive buildings, which includes walls, so that's real nice. And then I'm going to go with 1 amenity for cities with a garrison unit. That's, I think, going to be pretty good as well. And then last but not least, I'm thinking of going with production or encampment districts and buildings for that district, because we have none of those yet. And that would be pretty good. And I think the ones that give me extra production towards older wonders are not here anymore, which is a bummer. I don't really know. I think I'll just go with the campus for now. Yeah. Even though it's not even that good, but you know, I'll just take it. You go there. Ah, he likes my government type now. Even though he denounced me earlier. What a swell dude. Gonna get a quarry over there. Alright, so I'm gonna leave it here for now, guys. This video is absolutely way too long, but I hope you guys enjoyed. And I'm gonna be back soon with more Civilization 6, where we will hopefully see if Petra is a possibility to make in Boston. We'll see. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.